Hi, my name is TJ, and this is the Fire Me Podcast. I mentioned in my first episode that I am a stay-at-home dad. It's been the greatest experience that I've ever had so far. There's nothing better than waking up every day and, just watching your child grow. I didn't really expect this feeling that I have, but when anybody would ever tell me that becoming a dad is indescribable, there's no words for it. I wasn't too sure, but now, I completely understand. There's no words to describe it, But anyway, during my wife's pregnancy, she was very sick. She was borderline preeclampsia. She couldn't work. She started working. She only got to, I want to say 3 or 4 months into her job before she ultimately pulled the plug. She just had the constant morning sickness, vomiting, just not feeling good, dehydration. And we tried to do, home IVs and just try to get on like a hydration schedule and, an eating schedule. This way she still had a good diet going on, but ultimately, she couldn't work anymore. And we ended up eating out a lot because we didn't have the time to prepare food. Going grocery shopping was one of the harder things also because she couldn't tolerate a lot of smells, but also she wanted to do some of the grocery shopping. She wanted to be up and active because she didn't want to just be bedbound. She wanted to get up and get out there pretty much. So, we did a lot of grocery shopping. We walked around some stores. We try to be as active as we could, but ultimately we were still, kind of bound to the house. I would still go to work, so it didn't hurt very much, but we did eat out a lot, before pregnancy, we did eat out a good amount, but nothing compared to when she got pregnant. And, it led to a lot of weight gain for me. And, I don't want to complain about me gaining weight. Everybody told me that it was going to happen. I didn't really believe it was going to happen. My body is just not built like that, I guess. I've always had a smaller frame. It was hard for me to gain weight, gain muscle, gain fat, so during pregnancy, something definitely changed in my body where I was able to put on some weight. It was very eye-opening when I finally stepped on the scale. My normal weight right now is hovering between 198 to 205. It fluctuates right there. Within the last few years, I've gained, I want to say about 35-ish pounds. Since the end of 2019, that's when I started putting on a significant amount more weight, I would say. Not significant in a way that detrimental to my health, but I would say that it's hard for my body to handle. And then fast forward to, after my wife gave birth, we didn't have a whole lot of time for us to cook then either, because we were getting so used to the baby and trying to get him on a schedule and trying to get us on a schedule also. So it was really hard for us to make time to eat. So again, we would order out a whole lot, and that ended up with me gaining a lot more weight. I ended up going up to about 210, almost 215, I would say. I definitely cut back on a lot of sweets, a lot of overeating, a lot of different things that were really bad for me. And my wife also did the same, but we were not losing the weight that we wanted to. I tell my wife all the time too, like, she just had a baby, like, you got to let your body rest and everything. So she did. And, she's working on getting her diet and everything back together. I am also doing the same thing, but the difference is, now I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I don't have the whole day of work now. I'm not on my feet constantly. I'm not up getting my 10,000 steps. I'm not that active like I used to be. Thankfully, my wife and I, we had started to cook at home, and we've definitely still eaten out for multiple times a week, but we definitely cut it down. We've gotten it down to maybe just a couple times a week at one point. But with everything going on with her work schedule fluctuating, we can't get on a actual schedule, And I noticed that a few weeks ago that I just wasn't really feeling good, mentally or physically. I didn't like how my body felt, and personally, I didn't like how my body looked. I would look in the mirror every day, and I would just think that, this is like it looks like I ate myself, which it's not a knock to anybody who is big or anything, but for me, it's like I never saw myself with a body like this. I never thought that I would handle the weight as I am. I do have like chronic pain all over my body, so the extra weight, I feel it no matter, just stepping, rolling around in bed, or, anything. Physically affected my mental health also, so it didn't feel good, especially seeing, people doing things that I enjoy doing, but they're capable of doing it because they are in better shape than I am. One of the main things that I always had about my health was I wanted to make sure that my body is put together still so I can run around and play with my children. I've been thinking that I need to take control of my life, pretty much take control of my health, and kind of put myself first in a way, at least 20 minutes a day or so, so I've definitely been putting in a little bit more time and effort into, just mental health kind of, and physical health also. The caveat to all that is, gym memberships are also very expensive. So I don't have access to all of the facilities that have all the fancy machines, all the weights or anything like that. So, I do a lot of home workouts right now. Started getting into, fitness when I was, probably like 10 or so years ago. The gym memberships, they were like $10 and you can get in and do anything, do anything you want. Get access to all the parts of the facility and everything, I know now it's probably doubled in price. And also I value my time a whole lot more too. So I'd rather spend the time here at home being able to interact with my son and my wife while I'm working out and being active than leaving them at home to drive about 10-15 minutes to a gym to work out for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then drive a whole nother, like 15 minutes back home. Then for me to shower and get all cleaned up too. So it's about 2 hours of time I'm losing with my family. My time is very important and I like to spend it with my family, obviously. They're more than supportive of my choices of trying to get in shape without a gym membership. My regiment that I do, I only want to be active for myself, at minimum, at least between 20 and 30 minutes a day. So I try to do between 10 and 15 minutes of cardio, whether that be, I have a stationary bicycle at home. I got an OfferUp. We have an elliptical machine. We have jump ropes around the house too. And I try to do those between 10 and 15 minutes a day. We have dumbbells in the house too. So I'll do either like a quick dumbbell workout, or I'll look up a video on YouTube. Another thing I like to do is I have a heavy bag. Unfortunately, right now it's heating up in Arizona, so I don't have a whole lot of time to get out there. One of the things that I try not to do is I try to go to sleep with my family, and I try to wake up with my family also. I don't want to stay away from them for too long because, my time with them is very, very important to me. I don't want them to think that they come second in any way. I want to be involved as much as possible. I like to keep, as cliche as it sounds, I like to keep like a bedtime and a wake up time with them as much as I can. I don't have like a timeline or anything for any of these lifestyle changes or this fitness journey that I'm on, but I want to stay realistic with my goals. So I set some short-term and long-term goals. The long-term, I want to say about 6 months. I want to lose about 20 pounds. I want to get down to 175. My short-term goal, I want to do maybe 3-week increments. Well, we could do 30-day increments. We'll say that. I want to be active. I want to try to make it a routine and a habit to be active for at least 20 minutes a day. And I want to lose 6 pounds, which I feel like is very doable. Right now, I'm focusing more on just getting my body ready for it. I want to start conditioning a little bit more. This past week, I've started documenting my progress. I want to track my progress this way. It's public for people to see. And, honestly, it helps out a whole lot when people I don't know are watching. It's easy for people to let you get away with skipping out on some of your goals or, cutting corners and things you want to do. I feel like me posting and trying to be consistent with what I'm doing and posting it, like I said, it's going to help keep me in check a little bit. So I feel like making goals is so important because you don't want to just aimlessly go for anything. You want to work towards something so you feel that sense of accomplishment. I do want to get into other types of workouts too. Today, I actually looked up yoga exercise for beginners. I woke up today with a lot of pain, as I do every day. But I don't know, something about today I wasn't really feeling it. So instead of me just resting, I decided to look up beginner yoga exercises. So I looked one up. It was about 20 minutes long, and the guy that posted the video, he instructed me for about 20 minutes on different stretches and breathing exercises and meditation and everything. And honestly, it's a lot tougher than you think. Yoga is no joke, and it's not just for women or anything either. So for all you men out there who kind of look down at that kind of stuff, man, it's crazy, especially when it comes down to the flexibility and mobility of the things, the way that you transition to different poses for yoga. I've never felt pain like that before, but the stretches were good, and honestly, it was a very good strength workout also because it uses your own body weight to carry you. Use your own body weight to carry yourself. I also want to get more versed in the heavy bag exercises. Right now, I'm not too confident in my skills. You've got to start somewhere. My technique isn't great. I'm not the best shadow boxer. I'm not the best 1-2 out there, head movement, none of that kind of stuff. But I would like to, just train a little bit. I don't want to fight or nothing. I'm not about that. But when it comes down to it, I would like to train my son how to defend himself if he needs to, and just get in shape as much as I can. I definitely want to do some more yoga. I want to get into some boxing workouts, maybe some like Muay Thai workouts because I have the long bag. And another thing that I started doing actually today, I just got this today. I saw it on I've always heard about it. Writing down your thoughts and ideas, journaling kind of, so my wife and I were watching the Theo Vaughn podcast, and he was talking about how he likes to do a lot of journaling. And I think it was the one where he interviewed Zach Brown. They talk a lot about, self-help, mental health, and, being spiritual and, taking care of yourself. And they mentioned journaling helps them out a lot. So I want to, try it out, give it a little while, and, just put some thoughts down. They said that writing makes you feel a whole lot better once you get your ideas and everything down. So I definitely want to get going on that. And yeah, I talked to a couple of my buddies. They gave me some really good feedback on the first episode. So if you're watching, I have this, and it's on top of something. Both of you guys mentioned that, so I just want to make sure you guys know I have that. And Yeah, I hope to talk about some more other things. Right now I think my son is starting to wake up, and I think the UFC fights are probably about to start too. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. My name is TJ, and this is the Fire Me Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on TikTok at Home with TJ. Thank you.